intelligent and wise, beautiful voice. This woman, I get the voice. This woman, strong voice. This woman, can't be your doctor, love, teacher, all you. I could be your father, I could be your sister. Can't be a master or judge in the court. I could be a leader, ruling over the nation. All about the word, I give no one. Taste of a strong voice. This intelligent and wise, a beautiful voice. Taste of a strong voice. The spirit of faith is calling, and the force of unity must answer. Today is woman. Today is woman. Hello, everyone. The word is moving, it's moving, it's moving. Hey, Veronica. Happy belated birthday, beautiful. Somebody saw my lipstick today while I was out, and they were like, "Where you guys?" And I told them, I gave them your number. Hopefully, they called. Yes, the question that begs an answer is, thank you. That begs an answer is, are you better off today? And that's what we're going to talk about. And for a Liberian American, when we're talking, especially at this point, this juncture, okay, in this moment in time, we're talking on both sides. We're talking from our birth country and our host country that took us in and gave us all of the opportunity. So I'm gonna start by saying I wrote something, and I think I'm gonna post it right here, and maybe I will pin it down. I've been listening around, and I hear a lot of people, or lots of people calling radio stations and saying the children do not have school fees. Most of the Liberian kids are not in school. My YouTube rejected my comment. Oh, okay. So, okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. All right. So, a lot of people calling, and then the drug issues. I'm speaking in regards to Liberia at this point. So, I got to clarify. But what really I'm talking about right now is I want to talk about a little bit about our education system, our constitution, electing people who will obey our constitution. All right, guys. I wanted to start. I needed to start and reply to a message that was sent me at this point. I'm a little distracted. I wanted to talk about what it says. What does your Constitution say? Okay. Oh, what was that doing? What did I just post it so? Hold on, let me see if I put in the wrong. I think I put in something that was not right. Okay, let me see. Okay, I put in the right stuff. Okay, I can't find it. Okay. So it talks about education, prioritizing education. Article 7 of the it says you two rejected it, so that's fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and show it here. So the Republic of Liberia shall, because of the vital role assigned to the individual citizen under this constitution for social, economic, political well-being of the country, okay, provide equal access to education. Okay. It is also, yes, yeah, it is. Equal access to education. All right. It says, where am I? Okay. Equal access to educational opportunity and facilities for all citizens to the extent of available resources. Emphasis should be placed on mass education of the Liberian people and the elimination of illiteracy. Okay. So it is it is a right. Education is the right, is duty of the government to educate the public. But I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna keep talking. All right. Are you better off today than you were when you elected those that you elected? Well, going back worth it? Well, taking a leave of faith, something that you would think about. But let me continue here. So today I listened briefly to Omer Bwaka, where he was outlining all these things that the Chinese people say they would do. Congratulations, Liberian people. We take our money, we divide among ourselves. We get on the plane with 50, 60, 80, 90 people, at least $2,000, $3,000 per person, and pay some of them $10, $10,000 a day, some $2,000 a day. Go for 1 week, get promises. Let me tell you something. What's going on with the Chinese in Africa is the new scramble for Africa. If you listen to Professor Lumumba, he chronicled that years back. You don't build a nation, folks. You don't build anything by begging and stealing it to yourself. You build a nation by plans, devising a plan. rolling up your sleeves and making those plans come to fruition. Okay? That's how you build a nation. All those who have built nations, they will tell you that what it took. They first have to devise a plan. Okay? It will be, what are they trying to accomplish? How are they going to accomplish it? When do they want to accomplish it? And where will they accomplish it? That's what they need to do. Okay? Now, I see we are struggling to find food to eat. We are struggling to speak the truth. And you have some kids, some people on Facebook, from Facebook to Facebook, writing trash all day long, telling our people what they think our people want to hear. The good thing is, it is 2024. And people, they're not one news outlet in Liberia. But I also wanted, what scares me is that Liberians, they will kill their brothers and sisters who are hungry for stealing food to eat. They will beat you to death. But they will dance and sing and defend those who loot the nation and leave their brothers and sisters without food, without solid education, without opportunities. They will beat them literally to death. I'm going to play, there are two videos. I don't know if I kept that one. I saw Yeke today in the house. I'm not sure what happened. I literally were at work. It popped on my screen. I have to turn it off. Yes. In America, when we go to work, we have to do the people work. We can't be to the people job and be trying to watch Facebook. We have to pay attention to what we are doing. Okay, especially if you're educating the people's children. You have to give them your undivided attention. So I saw Yeke, but I wanted to play this video to you. You know, when I hear Liberian people say, Liberians are peaceful people, Liberians are this, Liberian. That's a lie. There are certain rivers that you don't cross. As a child, as a young lady, I watched Liberians. I also saw yesterday at the Samuel Kedo Sports Stadium, where this man who led to curse and some Liberian children and these babies. The worst out of these baby mouths. And those are the future of your country. The worst in those children's mouth that they were using. But let's graduate to this. Let me play this video. I'm not going to show it long, but I want to speak to it. Okay, sad. I can speak. I can speak. I wanted to play it quickly. I wish I could block the young man's face, but I could not block his face. I have no copyright to this video. West Side is for me. if that child parents could provide him food, if that child was in school, that he gets up in the morning, that even if he walks to school or a bus drop into school, that he's among his peers, that he have hope, that he have breakfast, he have lunch, and he know when he gets home there will be food. He wouldn't be running around stealing. No child want to walk around and steal. Would there be kids that would do that? But it will not be to this point. Do we really think Liberian kids, young people, want to be in the street? Do we really think most of those young people want to be on drugs? Do we really think that these young people want to be living in graveyard, in a abandoned home without the family, the love of the family? Do you really think so? I remember 2017, the children begging to be rehabilitated, pledging to WIA that they will vote for WIA so WIA can rehabilitate them, so he can provide them job, so they can have an opportunity. Who's bringing the drugs into the country? They're not the little people who's selling the drugs. They also are a part of it, and they need to be prosecuted. But there is a bigger picture here. We have to think and think critically. The hundreds of millions of dollars worth of drugs are coming from the airport. When the people are caught, they say they ran away, or there's not enough evidence for them to be prosecuted. $100 million worth of drugs in a country with 5 million people, with GDP per capita less than $700, meaning all things being equal, annually, that's what one person can get, less than $700. Where people live on less than $1.90 a day, abject poverty. Do you think that child want to be stealing? Do you think if that child can walk, even when the mom and pa sleeping, go downstairs in the refrigerator or go in the kitchen and find something to eat, he will be in somebody's house? Are you better off today than you were yesterday? That would be my question to you in Liberia. Are you? Says Elizabeth, I am so sorry. I wanted to come and see you, but I was not doing well, ma. I had a rough weekend. Okay, I had a flu. My little sister fiance were murdered in Liberia, but it's a long story. I will talk about it when I find the strength. All right. You are hesitant this time about voting. We need to talk. I'll call you, Veronica. You better not be hesitant. You need to go vote. You need to go vote. You need to go vote. Okay? You need to vote. You need to vote. It is important for you to vote. It is very important for you to vote, ma. People died for you to get the right to vote. And the right for Black people to vote in a country is an amendment. It can be repealed. Just a Roe voiced away. If we do not play our cards right, maybe all of us will be on the same boat going back. Anything is possible with Donald Trump. We saw Roe versus the way reversed just before our eyes. All right. So I'm going to be here. Like I promised, I came home today. I was really tired. Oh, Sis Glennie, I didn't see all of y'all here. Yeah, thank you for being here. God bless. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So I'm asking the Liberian people, do you think all of us, especially those of us who are in America, why our children come home straight? Because they're full in the refrigerator. They can wake up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and go drink milk. My own getting there in this house, they don't eat when everybody eating. They get at 11, 12 o'clock when they come cook. Sometimes I have to get and say, no, you got to go to bed. The bus come right up here. I remember during the corona. Even during the summer, the buses, they run up and down during the summer to give, to bring food for children. Do you really think why the so-called big people in Liberia, children, are not running up and down the street? Why they're not on Facebook cussing? But your children are in the street. Majority of them, the children are in the country, or they're in Kenya, or they're in China. The people you're dancing for, when they're sick, they get on the plane, they come to America, or they go to China, or they go to India. Better yet, they go first to Ghana. After Ghana, they start exploring their their possibilities, where they can get the best health care. Okay? I'm not sure if any of you saw the police gentlemen who were in that Bonkane gas tank explosion that helped the people out. He's in India, send him there, no money. He been crying. He been crying. So somebody will ask me, what your point? My point is, sorry, it's campaign time. My phone is going off the crazy. Yes. But let me leave. I'm gonna leave Liberia. I'm gonna focus a little bit on here. So I'm gonna use the last 50 minutes to talk about America. Why it's important for us to vote, for all of us to vote. Why it's important. But I'm gonna talk a little more about Liberia. You know, I listened to a lady today who said this girl met a Liberian. She was talking to a friend who went to Liberia, and a guy came on the phone, started talking to her. They started talking. They started dating. She even went to Liberia, met the guy. They hung out. She came back. She sent for him. He came and visited. He said he wanted to leave America. He went back to Liberia. He propositioned her that his parents left him land if they can do business and develop the land. She sent all the money for them to develop the land. When she got ready, every time she talked about marriage, the guy would say, "The more we first, they should do this." Now she pack her, she goes to Liberia so they can get married. The family can say the land does not belong to it, belong to he and his sister. Apparently, one of his sisters happened to be his wife with two children, have been together for years. So let me stop a little bit with this fraudulent attitude. I'm not the one that would say I can't go to Liberia and marry a man in Liberia because I'm not getting married again. I've been married literally all of my life. All of my life. Okay. And when I was younger, when I was single, my sister who wedding I just told me about her husband tried to introduce me to somebody. And I said no. If the person comes here, we meet and then we get married here. I sent for people. I sent for over 27 people. I applied for them. In fact, one point on the resettlement, I went and took my test, passed my test. At this time, I used to do the test different, do the citizenship different. Time to go sewing, I didn't get sewing. I kept my green card because I have applied for people. I was sent for friends. I was sent for family. if I was single, I would not send for a husband. The likelihood that you would get, my aunt went to Liberia, I think 4 or 5 times, brought men. All of them left. When they were dating, they didn't have no problem. This is before there was social media. Way before there was social media. They all left. I know another lady the same way. Even pastor and all, they left. The people are adults. They have their lives just as you have yours in America. Okay. Yeah, in America, it's genuine that you can be single. People are busy. We're moving back and forth. Sometimes women don't have time to, especially if you're a career woman or you're trying to keep your head above the water, trying to take care of your family, home and here. You don't have time to date. So yes. But back home, most people have free time. The adult mind is a devil's playground. All right. I know I veer off a little bit, but I just want to caution you, women and men, especially women, young women who living going to Liberia to get married, to do this, or somebody say, no, I don't want to get married here. Let's build a house here before we get married. If you live in America, he lives in Liberia and say, you must build a house first before you get married. Tell him to build a house, you will wait for him. Tell him. You want to build a house? Buy you land. Build it either in your name or in your mother's name. And have your mother sign as the sole, what do you call it, inheriting to you. So when something should happen to you, your mother, your siblings can come and say theirs. Do it and have your mother sign paper and say, my daughter built this house for me. In case of anything, the house go back to her. So you're safe. Okay? No matter what she does. You all have a contract. Or buy the land, build a house in your name. Because you can always move the person's yours. But ladies, man, we gotta be smarter than that. We work too hard for our money in this country to just take it. And that's why when I hear Liberian people say the lawmakers are corrupt, the executive is corrupt, the judiciary is corrupt, they're Liberians. That's the middle name of, in fact, that's the preface before Liberia to all Liberian. 85% of the at least those who are supposed to know better. That is the name. Libe. Too easy. Too easy to steal. Too easy to lie. Too easy to be a fraud. Too easy to be a killer. Too easy to be a rogue. Too easy to be a rapist. Too easy. Nothing happens. It's not a country of meritocracy per se. So young women, please be careful. You know, many people say, eat to it, if you are afraid to be brain in your hand, eventually you get brain in your mouth. So if whatever in your hand is hot, throw it back on the stove. Don't try to put it in your mouth. Your mouth is going to get burned. You say, I don't want to deal with my family. I don't want to deal with this person. I will deal with stranger. But you won't get boyfriend who you don't know for Adam. At least you build a house and your sister, then your brother, then betray you, they will still have a place to live. You can show it. But let me say to you, the lawmakers are Liberian. They came from the nation where the nuclear is broken. It's a broken nation. The nation where you got more single mothers than you have married, especially it's after the war, in the city area, who's supposed to be woke. A nation where a dude can show up and say, I didn't pregnant her, I don't even know her. And he worse is it. But then you take care of the child, and they show up and say that's their child, or they look like them. A nation that is so broken to the point that you can watch broad daylight a woman being raped in a marketplace, beaten, hands shoved in her bottom, and nothing happens. A place where a young man can be giving a lift with his brother, and the young man can be taken not to be seen, and the brother is talking, nothing happened, no investigation, no such party. How what do you expect? That's that nation. Now, I saw that young man today. My heart broke for him. Light skinned little, good looking little man. Looks so skinny. He looks so skinny, so dry. The little boy look that he have not eaten for days. I don't know who child is that. Look at him. You can see him. The little boy. Fine little boy. Most Liberian young people are hopeless. They have no hope, no solid education. Guess what? Your lawmakers will send their children out of the country. They will send them, even if they stay in a state in Liberia, to international school. They will give them world standard education. Their English will be perfect. When they speak, they can articulate. They can challenge anyone from around the world. And they will blame your parents for not sending you to good school because they can't afford it. Like my father. My grandpa and grandma, they used to set the rest of their food, cassava, to send their boys to school. The girls weren't allowed to go to school. Not that they weren't allowed because my parents, grandparents could not afford it. All they have was land. And as far as the manual labor who extend them to live off the land, use some of what they work on to send their children to school. Whereas the Constitution mandated the government to use the resources to educate the nation. And let me say to Liberian people, all the nation that we call first world today, education is the priority. That's the first on the list. That's what they spend the most of their money on. The second would be healthcare. I live in Georgia. Georgia have $37.7 billion revenue. 37% of that budget goes to education. Those of you who live in other states, because the local state is responsible to educate their people, and the Fed can add if they need more money. Check your state and see how much of your revenue goes to education. K1 through 12. Then 15% goes to higher education. The Fed will do the defense. Look at it. Go look at it. Rwanda, Paul Kagame, while building the infrastructure, the first thing is education become a priority, paramount. Saudi Arabia, to change overnight in 20 years, education was a priority and paramount. They hire some of the best brains from around the world to teach their children, to make sure they're bilingual, because they were thinking about investing. You have to project the future. What we do today to determine the future. Okay, they were projecting that they don't have water. They needed engineers. They needed smart people. They needed to specialize. So they needed to train the workforce. Okay, so that brings me to this. Even if China gave Liberia $3 billion, Liberians will come back and point just at the pointer and say, oh, we got 16 billion. But the people following and took it. You have not educated. You don't have the human capital. You are not invested in your people. Your people will take the crumbs. We will be managed, or majority of them. The Chinese people, they will bring their workforce. They will charge you for that money. Your children will pay for it, and they will pay themselves. They will take over your airports, just as they're doing in other countries. They will take over your seaport. Those are the major entry to your nation. Okay, that is the soul. Okay, the entry to the soul of your nation. Okay, your borders, your seaport. Let me tell you something. The world over, during the slave route, during the slave trade, majority of the nation that were colonized, if it came from along the sea route. Now you have the airport. So they're coming through the sea route. This is the new scramble for Africa. Yeah, they will get rich right now. The children will be okay. But will you be okay? Sooner or later, your children will be forced to speak Chinese, if at all. We also know the HPX deal have gone through. We told you. So 300,000 of your children, maybe by now 500,000, 500,000 of your young people are on drugs and counting every day. +60 or more of your workforce is illiterate. How do you then intend to change your country? And you keep going back. You cannot take a bold step, to take a leap of faith, to take risk, prudent risk, to go towards the future, to do what is hard, to get out of your comfort. But I will stop here on Liberia tonight. And I'm going to speak about America. Those of you dogs eater, cat eaters, pet eaters, those of you lazy people, because if Donald Trump is your guy, then you agree that you're a criminal, especially if you're a foreigner coming from Haiti, coming from Africa, you're a black person. And that's what he called us before. You tell we don't speak English, nobody don't understand us. But I want to remind you, if in your opinion, your biggest sin is being gay, then play God. I don't tolerate other people's lifestyle, at least not that I'm a straight woman, have always been. Okay? But I'm a human being. There's something called the greater good. How then in hell you call yourself Christian? We're Christian. The very book that some of these people, the very white people used to rape our mothers, have their sons rape them, call them mother effing. Is that the life you want to go to? The men who told you the very thing that we ran away from to come to this country. Dictatorship. Not a nation based on meritocracy, not a nation based on rights. Protectionism, not a nation based on you dreaming and dreaming big. Is that what Liberian people you're going for? I hear you're still Christian. Me, I see God before. But how can you love God when you don't even love your fellow man? How can you not let your light shine that the very people that can see you and change and be that change? How can you not? But you gotta do. Who say he moved on to young girls, grab them by the P word, And they will let you do it because they know you're rich. Y'all know that. How dare do you process or do who look at children only because they were black and one of them dead because they were black and lie on them? Even after he found it was a lie, he yet to admit. How then do you justify or do who will refuse to rent his place to black people? He want no black people around, and you especially not just black, but as an African, and you say you're what? In my opinion, Trump is not a Republican, has never been, will never be. Never been. Ronald Reagan was a Republican. George Bush was a Republican. Lincoln was a Republican. But this too, it's not a Republican. Y'all say y'all got values. But your black people in your country who are doing wrong. You got values. You got old people in your community that will be locked in the house all day long when their children are going to work. They will not even volunteer and say, oh, man, let me come pick you and take you. So everything that the Bible said, thou shalt not cover thy neighbor. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not commit fornication. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not steal. They're all listed. We do all of that and more because we know God is a merciful God. Listen, you can't get in the street and force your value on people. You teach your children value from your home. That's what you do. Structure is built in a home. That's where you build it. When people go in government, they represent everybody, not just you. That's what happened in this country until Dr. King then fought. Okay? Because the government was representing the white people. Tell them in your country, Liberia, the government represent the political party and the member in which they came from and make that they became president. Honor the law of America. The Bill of Rights protects every child, every man, regardless of their creed, their color, their sexual preference, whatever they want to do. They're protected. Just as you are entitled to free speech, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom to be whoever you want to be. That's the country we find ourselves in. You know, as a teacher in America, and I see plenty to folks. You see a little boy walking, and you don't know where they got it from. You talk to them, be like, yeah, girl, to their friends. My job as a teacher is be fair to them. Teach them. In that class, I am the supervisor. I'm the manager. I am the adult. Regardless whether I like their behavior or not, I have to treat them like they have my last name. This is what this nation calls for. I see some of y'all preaching the Bible. Good. I bless God for you. Hey, Sekou. But I said to you, this lady is going to win the election. Trump is not a Republican, has never been. Some of y'all will carry on. If I were all about money, maybe I needed to do. A few years back, Trump, his people were chasing, wanted to take over my platform here to be have me speaking. I would have been maybe another kind of candidate, but I told them I couldn't because my conscience. I have no price. My conscience have no price. My dignity have no price. Hey, Cyrus. This past weekend, we had a fundraiser. We raised good money. 8 women. We got together. We got over 300 people in the building. We raised a good amount of money for Miss Harris. We're out and about this week. Yes. I won when my daughter, Kel, Lisa, Tus, when they work hard, they were born here. And they decided they want to be the Surgeon General. They decided they want to be the Secretary of State. They decided they want to be the governor. They decided they want to be president. I won if they own it and they earn it, that nobody see them because they're black. That lady is brilliant. She is fearless. She's hardworking. Donald Trump was empowered in 2020. When Corona killed our people, black people were dying left and right. They were not even giving some of them good treatment. They keep saying they have underlying issue. They have underlying issue. It almost killed me myself. I'm still having problem trying to hear in my ear. While he went here, his family went and took their shots, and he was telling people not to take shots. 500,000 American people died in Wakanti. He has stayed there by December, it would have been millions of people that died. The surplus that he met, that Obama and Joe Biden bill, he split it among his multi-millionaires and gave you chicken cheese, $400 for you and your children. I see some of you feel like when people who got small businesses, maybe they gave you a few thousand here and there. Now you want to sell your soul for it. How can you tell me you're Christian, the man who grabbed young girls by the private part and say you grab them by their pee and you say you're Christian? But you got problem with other people who do things differently. You're a Christian, but you don't have a man who is cheating on his wife, pregnant. You're a Christian, but you don't have problem with men who've been divorced so many times, cheated on all of his wife. You don't have no problem with it. The men who look at other human beings and say you only go, they tell your black men, they only know how to have sex, they don't do anything else. If you agree with me, go ahead. I see some of you low self-esteem want to fit in Liberian men or black men acting and carrying on. We will be outside. We the black women and some white women will be outside. We'll be outside. Some of us like to put our mouth where our money where our mouth is. We'll be outside. Our little here and there will add up. That woman will win this election. You watch. You know, a man said the other day and said, wherever black women really want in the country, we're happy. When black women stood with Martin Luther King, it got done. During the slave days in this country, it was the black women who wore the lapa, who wore the whatever they wore to stand up to keep the children alive, the male alive. Thank you, Sis Gladys. We will. We will get out. We'll do. I have a black son. I mean, he's light skinned, lighter than me. I have a black husband. I am a daughter of a black man. And I'm a black woman. You're going to take the black woman, the other people's sin, and put it on the black woman. So you don't have to vote for her. But the white man who have committed all of these crimes to the point that even attack his own nation, you ain't got no problem with him. Something have to be wrong here. My 1 hour finish, I got a grade. So guys, I will talk to you all later. Now my question I will ask Liberian people. Did you get the cheese that you wanted? Are you better off today? Because I hear you're crying. I want you to remember this. It's a new wave of scramble for Africa. The petition of Africa by the Chinese that is coming. Nothing is free. You don't have the workforce. You are not trained or invested in your human capital. That money you take, that they're going to take, they will divide it. The rest, the Chinese people will kind of give them some grains. The Chinese people will kind of build their Chinese stuff. All right. They will follow, they will bring their own people, they will take most of it, and you will get a debt. And when you cannot pay the debt, they're going to take over your nation. Your people will become slaves. You think the Lebanese and the Indians are bad? You see how the Chinese people digging all over around your country. So, folks, we all start this weekend knocking and do. Y'all know me. I teach government, I teach history, so I know how government works, and I have to be involved. Let me say to all of you, it has been another episode of Second Thought Africa. Love you all. Y'all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. We have not been on the air in Liberia for a moment because they say the system have been down. I will talk to Chairman Ability this weekend. Maybe they can host us in Monrovia. Okay. Or I have to find another platform to host us in Liberia. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, have a good evening, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. So we'll talk later. Bye-bye. What am I doing? Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second before my bye-bye goes. I wanted to play this. I wanted to play Donald Trump telling us we eat dogs, we're eating the pet, we're eating the dogs, we're eating the cats, we're eating everything. Yeah, that's what he's saying. There's this video I put on my page. Somebody make this video with soiree. I think I want to do this with soiree. I don't know if I put it on my page the other day. Soiree. Let me see if I can put this here. Okay, I'm just gonna play this part that I myself posted up. It's not a lot, so y'all can hear it again. And then I will call it a night. Oh, I didn't even share this. All right, I didn't share it till tonight. What's going on here? Yeah, I think my 17 will be here. Uh, hmm. I thought there would be nothing fun when I adjusted this. Something have to be fun. I just did that. Oh wow. All these deaf news, eh? Lord have mercy. All of this is here. All right. This is your that you're talking about here. So y'all can go vote for him. Since since you don't have self worth. Oh my God, this dude is off the hinge. I'm gonna play this. I'm seriously gonna play this, folks. I'm seriously gonna play this. Okay.
Claim is false. It appears to have experienced a large influx of
I
Haitian
have no
migrants.
copyright
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
This claim is false. It appears to have experienced a large influx of Haitian migrants.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating.
So y'all go to bed with that and think about yourself. Somebody see you in that light. And then you all are there and actually supporting them. Okay. That's how you think about yourself. That's how low you think about yourself. The men who have no respect for you. You think it's mere politics, or you want to fit in, you want to belong somewhere. But no, he does not count you. He does not believe that you are his equal. Most of them in this country, the least of them think they're better than you. The lowest of them all think they're better than you. They're better than even your very best one. Okay? That's what they think. At least some of them anyway. Not all of them. All right. So I will get out. I will ask you to get out and vote. Okay? Get out and vote. I'm gonna play this video right here. Okay. Okay, this is not a video, just a picture of him. He's not talking. So when you're ready to talk, he will do that. I wanted to play this soiree guy in the one in, I think it's Burkina Faso. Okay. What he's doing in his country. Instead of buying cars, what he's doing in his country. So I want to pull this. Touré. His name is Touré. Torr. Is it Touré? Is that him? No. It's Burkina Faso president. Is it? Yeah. Okay. I will find it. I think somebody sent it to me. I'll find it and I will go ahead and, but I can't find it. So since I can't find it, I'm gonna let it be. Yeah, Donald Trump is telling you that. All right. So let me play this. I think I can play it for you all. Okay, Liberian people, if you're here, you're gather here. I am seeing something here that is alarming. If you are a Liberian, I need you to come here. All right. All right. I'm seeing a Facebook post from somebody that said, from all indication, we are entering World War III. The next few days, the weeks are crucial. Please prepare yourself. And so I tell you, Alex, why are you said that? I tell you, my brother, from the look of things, I don't think any negotiation can stop World War III. What is going on in Europe? All right. I don't know if it's Liberia they're talking about. I don't know if it's Israel that they're talking about. I don't know what is going on here, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. So I'm gonna go ahead here and I will pull this up. Okay, where is the tourist stuff that I had? I thought I just pulled the tourist stuff right here. Ah, Jesus. Okay, here's two-way right here. This boy, since he took over, he has drastically changed his nation. So here I am. I'm gonna play it. I don't know what is going on, but why is it taking long here? So was I just sent me something? All right. Alrighty, and now I have an early morning tomorrow. Why is this doing this? Well, maybe you can check it out on my page. All right, because I don't want to stay here any longer than I have to stay. All right. So this young man has gone ahead and instead of buying cars, okay, instead of buying truck, he has gone ahead and building his nation. So I'm going to go ahead and play this to Liberian people. Okay. Give me 1 second. Don't support certain thing, but you know what? I will say in Madam Bio before he begin whatever he is, voice. If a man is denied the life that he believes he's supposed to live, he becomes an outlaw. So I'm gonna go ahead and I will play this. Watch this.
Changing the vehicle, he went ahead and bought tractors. And instead of approving SUV for senators, for governors, for local government chairmen, he used the money and bought tractors and sent people to farm. That is good governance. And one amazing thing about Ibrahim Traore is he is not only sitting in government office. In most of his time, he carries his own gun, AK-47 or pistol, by himself, and go to the war fronts by himself. He visits construction sites. He visits poor people from one village to another with the Rover Defender 1991 model. He did not approve any vehicle for anybody. And look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is now having new airport, new route, new machinery for agriculture. Also, Burkina Faso is now acquiring drones for protection, and so on and so forth. Since he took over Burkina Faso has never had it so good as they are having it now. Because to change economy of a country is very, very easy. Just convert that money you are using unnecessarily, to use it to build factories, or use it to buy tractors. Send everybody to work. Whoever say he don't have work, go to farm. Now, in some countries, when president enter into office, he approved SUV for himself, and 4 SUV for his escort, and SUV for every governor. The same SUV, which are Toyota SUV, latest model, to the local government chairman all over the country, and to the lawmakers and the senators. In most countries, this SUV, the number rise up to 1,000 pieces of SUV. Some of this SUV cost $200,000. In Africa, for example, almost 100% of all the African countries do what I'm talking about. They have SUV everywhere.
They don't think about building factories. They don't think about building anything. I think I said enough one night. So I'm going to say good night. I got some work to do. I have class tomorrow early in the morning. I have unit test tomorrow with my kids. So I also have paper that I need to correct tonight. All of those have to be done before I go to bed. No food for lazy men in America. And not Liberia. We don't go stealing and paying big shot. You earned what you work for. And we don't somehow don't stay on Facebook and brag about all the things we're doing just to run to Liberia for government job. And play big shot. You have a good night, guys. Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. Everyone have a good night. Sleep well. Think about what I told you. Self-love is very important. The decision that we in the diaspora, those of all that the Lord have given us the opportunity to be in this two people country, to educate ourselves, to never stop learning about ourselves, learning to make good decisions, learning about the greater good, learning about self-love, exercise that love, and put yourself first. Okay? This election is not about gay or street. It's about the future. How do we maintain the life and the life of our children? That's what this is about. Make sure the rule of law is paramount. Make sure the Constitution is absolute. That's what this election is about. The future. And it's now. Thank you.